Hi everyone. Many of us will be thinking about the new government roadmap that was announced yesterday for the next few months in the life of our country as the coronavirus restrictions are eased. I wanted to ask for your prayers as we begin to think about a church roadmap for the next few months, about what church life will be like and could be like in the next few months. As we think again about the biblical standard for a church community, how we should function, how we should gather, how we should love, how we should interact and love our neighbor as we are kind and as we share the gospel. We're in the early stages of beginning to think about this. Now, it's not just Sunday, it includes our corporate gathering, but it's so much more wider than that. So for example, we'll be thinking on Sunday of what would our services be like, when we'll be able to sing, when will we be able to mingle, when might we be able to stay behind. Do you remember those days when we had the time after the services as we gathered for tea and coffee, for catch up, and as we prayed for each other? We'll be thinking again about our children's groups. Remember the days when we used to have our rockets and climbers and explorers. We've had different phases, but what's it going to look like? When can we do it? When can we restart our children's ministries on Sundays? And what stage, so that we're not reversing, but that we're continuing to go forward? Lots of things to think about on Sundays, but not just Sundays. We're thinking about our small groups. When can we begin to meet physically again? We think about our events. Remember the days when we had our international food nights? When might we be able to do events or courses to engage our wider community? Remember our Christmas fun days, our light parties? So much potential. We want to be thinking through this roadmap. But it's not just that, is it? We think about some of the big principles that were so foundational to our church life. We think of hospitality. When we were able to be in each other's homes for food or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. And all those days have been stripped away from us over the last few months. But as we look at the government roadmap about when you'll be able to have people in your garden or inside your house, we want to be thinking about our church roadmap and thinking, well, let's mark those dates. Who might be the first family or person that you might invite into your garden for a cup of tea or for a meal? Mark it in, prioritize it. Or in our homes, who might be the first folk that might come and eat with us? So many questions. We don't have all the answers yet, but what I do want to say today is we just covet your prayers as a leadership team as we begin to chart a church roadmap that allows us to function as a community that is in line again with what God says in the Bible. So do pray for us. We covet your prayers in these exciting days.